Here's a green bulb. A green bulb that doesn't work. This came out of one of Patty's plant lights. So why doesn't it work? It looks like we have a bad LED right there. So obviously this isn't worth fixing, but that doesn't mean we can't try. The heatsink makes it very difficult to remove these LEDs. Ideally, I would place this board on a hot plate, but unfortunately I'd have to destroy the bulb to do that, so I'm going to try the hot tweezers method first. See what happens. Well, upon failure of the hot tweezer method, the brute force method is next, where we break the LED off, exposing the terminals on the bottom, and then what we'll try to do is clean up the surface and replace the LED. Yeah, that heatsink is just going to be a little bit of a problem. Well, not well. How about weller? If all else failed, get a bigger hammer, right? I got to get enough heat into that heat sink to convince this to come off of there. At least to separate the contacts. Ooh, I think I'm getting close. Well, I do believe I have the contacts exposed. It doesn't look too bad. I've got each contact there. Now I need to find another donor LED. Bet you're wondering why I would waste my time doing this. Well, one of the reasons is if you have a television with LED backlights, sooner than later one of those LEDs is going to open and it's going to take out a section of those LEDs, and then you got to throw your TV away. Or you can replace the LED, which I've done many times. It's not really that hard. One of the hard parts is because these are mounted on a heatsink, the heat's pulled away, so you have to get innovative in your method of removing the bad LED. So now I need to find another one. I've managed to capture some donors from a defunct bulb, and I tested it and it works. So now what I'm going to try to do is transplant one of those, which is right there, onto this here. Now the problem is it's going to pull the heat away, and this thing's going to jump. I just know it's going to jump all over the place because that's what they do. Whoops, what was I telling you? Guess we'll have to do this left-handed, fortunately. Let's see if that is working. That was working. Did I burn it up? Not working. Ooh. I think my donor died. Let's look for another one. Does this look like a candidate? That looks like a candidate. I have to determine which side is the positive. There we go. Positives on that side, which looks like it's the it's the small pad is the positive. Ooh, kind of like that. Did I luck out? Maybe. I'm gonna put the cap on these babies. They put out a few hundred volts, which, all right. Oops. I would say oops. How does that look? That look better? A little bit. It'll look better with the dome on it. Well, there's one way to test it, and that's to give it the juice. So, and always remember, ready. So I'll plug it in and see if we get smoke. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Switch on. Oh, what do you know? Look at that. But then what we need to do is put on the dome. Well, I'll be darned. Look at that. Success. Okay, well, Patty should be happy. Once again, you would say, why would you waste your time doing that? Well, here's why. If you have an LED TV with LED backlights, sooner or later, one of these LEDs is going to burn open, and then all of these other ones are going to go out. So, if you can replace these, it's a good idea to do it. And this is good practice. And just a little tip, if you're going to do that, it's a good idea to have a hot plate like this one here. You heat it up and you can put your device on there and heat it up from the back, because these use the aluminum here as a heat sink, so pretty hard to solder those without destroying things. So it kind of helps, especially with the round LED surface here. You can set it on here, warm it up from the back, and then parts come out pretty easy. So anyway, that quick one was just a exercise in futility to fix an LED bulb, at least for a while. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.